Latin American crypto services provider Ripio gets the green light to operate in Spain as an exchange. It's the latest in a number of licenses to crypto companies granted by the country's central bank. Joining us now to discuss is Ripio founder and CEO Sebastian Serrano. Welcome, Sebastian.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. And good morning.
Good morning. Tell us about your plans for Spain. What do you plan to do with this approval?
It's been a lot of work. As a company, we started 10 years ago from Argentina, and then over the years we grew to Brazil, to almost every other major country across Latin America. And this year we first got a license in Florida, which is outside of Latin America. And now, after almost 2 years of working, we got this approval for our license in Spain, and we decided to open the operations in the country because it has a lot of connections and flows with Latin America, and it's still a Latin country, but not in the continent, and it's the first time that we cross outside of it, and we think that we're gonna have a lot of opportunities for people that buy and sell stables and crypto and need to send money into Latin American countries. We also always had interest from Spain. We create a lot of content in Spanish, and that brings us always traffic to us from Spain. And we also, over the recent years, we have been doing a lot more focus on B2B and corporate deals. So we also are planning to offer our B2B services and custody for European companies.
Now, Ripio was founded in Argentina and also operates in Brazil, Mexico, and the US. Talk to us about the regulatory challenges you're facing right now. Those are a lot of different jurisdictions with a lot of different regulation. How are you managing? Where is it easy? Where is it challenging? Break it down for us.
So every country has its challenges and its views and its own context. For example, in Argentina, there is a lot of concerns about the exchange rate in the country for dollars, and there's a lot that we work with the regulator about the impact that has crypto in the exchange market, and there's a lot of that we discuss. We recently did a conference in Argentina, our first conference, and we got the president of the CNB, which is kind of like the SEC for Argentina, and the people from the Central Bank of Uruguay, and other regulators. And this is part of a lot of work that we do in every country that we have a presence. Many of the countries in Latin America are starting to have regulations, and we participate a lot in that discussions. For example, early last year, Paraguay has now a law for crypto, and because of how the context of the country is, it has a lot of focus on mining, because it's a country that has a lot of mining in Bitcoin, and that's what you see in every country. Every country has different concerns about or its remittances, or so in every country we're seeing different concerns that we need to work on. But the thing that I think is common is this coming regulation in almost every country. There is a law coming up in Uruguay that is in Congress. There is a new law that passed in Brazil that the central bank needs to regulate now. And you see that almost every country now is getting some sort of regulation. Each one of them has its own particularities and concerns, But I think like in the next 2 years, we're gonna see like almost laws in every Latin American country regulating crypto.
Sebastian, let's just quickly talk about the market for a moment. Now, this is not unique to Latin America. There's obviously a lot of market challenges around the world, but I get the sense that for a while there were so many headlines and so much media about the Latin America crypto boom. Seems like it's cooled a little bit. Again, I think that's happening all over the world, not just Latin America. But I'm just curious, like from an exchange perspective, how you see that, and are you seeing that? Are you seeing some of the activity and volumes? I'm just not hearing the same kind of excitement that we heard maybe a year or two ago. And again, that's true kind of everywhere. But I'm just curious, how you see it from where you're sitting.
So it is it's the same across Latin America. There is a less news coverage or less excitement. I think the price of assets have a lot to do with that. But the thing that we have been seeing a lot across Latin America is that especially the use of stablecoins has been growing and growing, and that is something that is becoming more common, and there is a lot of economic flows that happen and a lot of transactioning. So crypto comes back, appears more in broader context, and it's more and more normalized as part of life, especially in Argentina, which is the levels of adoption are very high, and then. For example, to give an example, there is an election now in Argentina, and there is a popular podcast that like 3 major candidates went to talk about blockchain, crypto, and technology, and these are things that need to be covered. Like these are things that are part of the daily lives of people. So while there is like less excitement, and I think that will change when there is more price activity. What I do see is there is a lot more common use of this technology, and not just speculation.
Thank you very much. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
That was Ripio founder and CEO, Sebastian Serrano.